Hello, Awesome Soul here, bringing you some Robocraft and, I guess, Cardlife news. Most of you probably remember what Cardlife is because I've covered it before on the channel. Actually, I think I've only covered it once on the channel. It was a while ago. But the game has improved and it is coming to Steam relatively soon. And if you get it, you will be able to get some cool swag for Robocraft. But quick refresher on what exactly Cardlife is. It's a survival game where everything is made out of cardboard. Who would have thought? Yeah, so you can sort of basically cut pieces out of cardboard, and that's how you make things. Sort of. It's more of an aesthetic change than actual functional, at least from what I've seen, but it is very cool nonetheless. So, you would place down a wall, and then if you want to make a window, you just simply cut pieces out of the wall, and you have yourself a nice little window. You can also do the same thing for your character too, which is pretty cool. I mean, if you wanted to, you could do the same thing. You want to have a window for a head? Go for it. But seeing as this channel is mostly focused around Robocraft, what kind of Robocraft swag will you get if you play Cardlife? I'm sure that's what most of you want to know, and most likely you've either seen this before floating around in various Robocraft sites, or you've seen this in the thumbnail. And that is, you will get 2 wheel steering Geoterrans, 2 wheel Geoterrans rather, and that is the non-steering version. You'll get a cardboard ion distorter. The wheels are cardboard too, if I didn't mention that. And you will get some cardboard-styled medium cubes. And I gotta say, they've done a really awesome job on this. It looks like they've definitely been slotted together, and they're, like, actually structurally sound, at least as much as cardboard can hold things together. Especially with the wheels. I like how it's got the little cardboard studs. It's very nice. Personally, I don't really care too much about the wheels, as it is one of my least favorite movement types. But that ion distorter, though, looks rather fancy. And I'm sure you could make some very interesting machines using the cardboard cubes. However, it does appear that you are only getting cardboard medium cubes and cardboard medium edges. So what about the other angles? Well, I don't know. Though, I guess it doesn't really matter too much, because the way the cardboard texture looks, it might actually be better aesthetically to not have all those multiple angles. But, I don't know, we'll see what happens, because I believe Rick was actually talking about possibly adding more cardboard-related items if it is a popular enough feature. And yeah, the cardboard does look pretty cool, but, I don't know, maybe just give us more variants of other things. Like, I don't know, a gun with a flame texture painted on it? That's kind of generic, but you get the idea. Just something like that. And I think I did mention this, but you do only get 1 ion distorter. However, once you actually purchase Cardlife, you will also unlock these things on a presumably hidden section of the tech tree, meaning you can then craft more of them to your heart's content. So, I ask you, will you be picking up Cardlife just to get these items? Or maybe you were planning on getting Cardlife anyway, and now you've got a nice little bonus. I don't know. What are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, recently there has been a little bit of an issue as far as the new login system goes, and people weren't really too pleased with how it turned out. It ended up with some weird numbers at the end of people's names and some other things. But they've been in the process of kind of reverting it, and I didn't really know why they did it in the first place. But it turns out that recently it was revealed on Twitter that they basically had to do this just to sort of fall in with the new EU guidelines. Or at least I believe that's what they said. But yeah, I mean, I guess they could have said that off the bat. Maybe they would have gotten a little less hate, but it didn't seem like they were getting that much hate for it. It didn't really affect too many things, just kind of weird name issues. But yeah, so they've fixed some of them. So here's what they've fixed. The hashtag suffix has been removed from player names. So now player names are unique once more. Signing in with Steam will no longer dynamically change your display name in-game. All players whose original Robocraft display name was changed to their Steam name, or Steam user XX, their original display name has returned. please note that this does not apply to those players that contacted support to request their display name be different from their original Robocraft username. Those players will see their new name without the suffix. Also, players that registered after the new login system update but before this hotfix went live will be asked to choose a display name when logging in for the first time. And all new Steam players will see a dialog box asking them to pick a display name when they log in for the first time. So that's basically all of the fixes covered there. There might be a couple more, but that solves most of the issues so far. And finally, we come to a bit of Twitter news. This one is from Mark, the CEO, and he says that he has agreed to put the entire Robocraft team on the big Infinity upgrade to accelerate it, as it was taking a little bit too long, he found. And he plans to elaborate on what exactly is going to be happening here relatively soon. But the very basic information you need to know here is that they're taking the assets and, I guess, kind of mechanics of the Chinese version of Robocraft and the Xbox version of Robocraft, and they are putting it into the PC version, which I guess is kind of what they wanted to do originally, but this way it's a lot better, I feel. If you don't know, their original plan was to have Robocraft Infinity and Robocraft Classic, which I was always saying was going to split the player base and just make a big mess. But now they're incorporating all of those aspects into the classic version of Robocraft, which I think should be a good thing. But as I said, we will be getting more information from Mark relatively soon. And with that, I will bring this episode to a close. It has been a little bit of a shorter one, hopefully you don't mind that, but I figured I would at least get something out for you, as there has been some news, but not a huge amount. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on, I guess, the current state of Robocraft. What do you guys think about everything going on, and any other input you might have? I don't know. Anyways, with that, I of course have been the Awesome Soul. I thank you all so very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.